Hello, so this week's topic, we are asked the 3 questions for the characteristics of each, the hero, the villain, and the anti-hero. So the first one, the characteristics of a hero for me would be that they have courage, bravery, leadership, where they're able to guide others, wisdom, determination. They're inspirational and they have empathy and compassion. So they rush to help despite the danger because they generally care for the well-being of others while keeping cultural sensitivity alive. And heroes also need to have a good problem-solving skills and strength so that they can have the confidence to face any obstacles. And then characteristics of a villain, he has to be a worthy opponent to the hero. So they have desire for power, control, the willingness to kill or harm others to get what they want. They're manipulative, they're motivated, their roots of bitterness and anger. They're clever, they are accomplished, proud, jealous, vengeful. They're the complete opposite of the hero. So most of the time they're not going to have remorse and they're going to think that they're right and that they're justified in what they're doing because they want to get what they want. And then the characteristics of an anti-hero show the lack of a traditional hero. So they have some of the same characteristics as a hero, but it's a little different. I'll explain. So they have qualities such as courage, morality, where they live in, and they're able to live in like a gray area. So their principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behavior is where they are differentiated from the hero to anti-hero. So the anti-hero lives in the gray area. The hero is completely good. There's no doubt about it. And then the anti-hero is kind of in the middle between hero and villain. That's my understanding of it anyway. So they can still be protagonists. They draw us in with their charm, allowing us to trail in the gray area, defending their actions, and they have relatable flaws, making arrogance and self-destructive behavior relatable. But they're not good, but they're not pure evil either. And so that's why I think of them as like the gray area. And then with the fourth question, I believe that Gilgamesh is an anti-hero because he has the heroic qualities, but he shows other traits like selfish, conceited, power-hungry, so I feel that places him in the anti-hero category because he's not pure evil, but he's not completely pure either, if that makes sense. He has the characteristics such as bravery, courage, determination, and physical strength, which are shown in the first 4 lines of the Epic of Gilgamesh. And he was the master of wisdom and strength is shown in the lines 8 through 12. And then the insert between 23 and 24 of those lines, how it has that little explanation, it tells how he's characterized as tyrannical. And this is supported through the upcoming lines of 24 through 36, where he is explained some of his actions and complaints. Where it explains some of his actions and complaints that the people made to the gods. And then after Enkidu is created to challenge Gilgamesh, we see a hunter speaks with his father about bringing Enkidu to Gilgamesh so that he may challenge Gilgamesh in hopes of stopping his tyranny, which were shown in lines 49 through 90. And Gilgamesh tells the hunter to lure Enkidu using a woman and getting her to get him to come and look away from his animals and look away from what he was protecting to pretty much lower his guard. And that's exactly what she did, causing him to feel great remorse and guilt at the expense of what Gilgamesh wanted. And when he comes to fight, so that he could declare that he is the strongest, Gilgamesh, and the most powerful, that's when we see the battle between the two. And to this extent, to me it describes an anti-hero because a hero looks out for the good of others, while Gilgamesh is more looking for himself in a sense that he is selfish. And that's the end of that. So the next part was the 2 to 3 questions to further discuss. I believe I have 4 on here, but my questions would be, would you, as Gilgamesh, like if you put yourself in Gilgamesh's shoes, take the adventure with your best friend to the ends of the earth to battle the creature or demon that you know might kill you. Would you do that if you were him? And then the second question is, what line would you be willing to cross to gain fame and recognition the way he did? And then my third question is, how do you think a king should behave in the Sumerian culture? Like, do you think it was acceptable the way that he was ruling in that day and age, or do you feel different about it? And then the last question was, what moral lessons can be learned from the Epic of Gilgamesh? And that's it. Thank you.